Hi, welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny,
JD,
and Erin.
Annyeonghaseyo. Am I still getting it right?
Yeah.
Because you said I overpronounced it before, and it was cute, but it was still overpronounced.
Yeah, and I found I had that same when I was first learning Korean, which I'm still learning.
I think
I'm
you're working so hard on making sure you're making the right sounds.
Yeah, you're checking it, but then it's the same as I think it would be for anyone learning any language.
Is it more that I just need to relax and just on annyeonghaseyo?
Yeah. Again, you can do it with inflections if you're happy. Annyeonghaseyo. But it's the same as if someone learning English and they say good morning, versus then when you relax you go good morning. Okay. It's that, if you think of that.
You need to learn how to say welcome to My Cup of TV with all of us.
I tried, but their sentence structure is different.
Oh.
I'll find out.
So, but yeah. Hey, I've got this far on the annyeonghaseyo, so I'm like, I would just keep practicing that one.
Yeah.
And I'm good for now.
안녕하십니까? 저는 팬입니다. 어떻게 지냈어요?
What she said.
Yeah. Dang.
Can you speak any Korean at all, Catherine?
No.
Have you tried?
No.
Will you try?
No.
That's 안녕. That's no.
So, another BTS video. Go straight over to the wheel and it's your turn to spin.
Yes.
So let's go.
See, I want a ballad because it's got some really nice ones to show you, but we'll see. I'm happy with anything.
So, JD, you spun.
Can I just say, okay, the other week when you spun like RM and B, you were like, look what I did for you. So here you go. I did it for
what
you.
She did for you. Be grateful.
I just spun. I was happy with what I got.
Oh no, we need to do a disclosure. Full disclosure. Whilst Erin was away, JD and I filmed a Suga solo, Daechwita. But when I went to edit the video, it had no sound. Don't know why, but it didn't.
Yeah.
So this is not my first time seeing Daechwita. It's probably my 1,000,000th watching Daechwita.
Yes.
But it will be Erin's first time.
So what we'll do is, we'll watch the video, and then afterwards we'll talk about Jenny's first impressions from what she can remember the first time you watched it. I was there. I remember it was.
I believe it was
a good reaction. Yeah, it was good.
God.
But yeah, we did. We spun it, and when Erin was away, we spun it and we watched it, and then there was no sound. So, and we don't want to lie to you guys.
And I actually had the power of speech. I had it then. The power of speech. I don't know.
Yeah.
So and it had no sound.
Do I get any information?
So
Daechwita. I don't think we should give you any. I think you should just watch it.
Well, actually, it's Agust D.
So
it's Suga's solo.
Oh, I'm sorry. So she didn't spin Agust D, so she can't have it.
So Suga's solo rap artist stage name is Agust D. So he has his own solo albums, and this is one of his latest singles. It's called Daechwita. So Daechwita is what they call in Korea. It's the music that an army will play when they're going to war in order to announce themselves to their enemy, basically to say, we're coming for you, bitch.
Who's he going to war with?
Well, this is the thing. And they were like, why would you call a song Daechwita? You'll see, and we'll talk about interpretations of it afterwards, but this is Agust D basically announcing he's going to war. So yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. Let's wait and see what you get from the video, and we'll see.
But can I just say, does that mean if it ever kicked off with another band, BTS Army can play Daechwita whilst they march?
I mean, hey, there's a reason they called their fandom Army.
Yeah.
So when was this?
When did this come out?
This was the 22nd of May 2020, so it's fairly new. It's on the D2 mixtape.
One of the little bits of context for you is you've got Yoongi in the Gaios, who's like gummy Yoongi, really, really goofy and funny and silly. And then you've got Suga, who's BTS Suga, who's fun but also can do his sass.
Yoongi's the guy I hang out with, Suga's my husband, and then
Agust D is...
Yeah.
And then Agust D is savage. So he's a lyrical genius, amazing rapper. Him and RM are two of the fastest rappers in Korea. So it's by syllables per second they can do. And
do they have a rap off?
I don't think actually RM and Suga have ever done a rap off, but they've certainly rapped together. So and you'll see that in the ciphers and stuff, which is cool. But when they first started, and we've said this in numerous videos, that they've done stuff before they joined BTS. We were like, how? They were so young.
What was he
But both RM and Suga were pursuing their own rap careers as underground on the underground rap scene in Korea before they joined Big Hit. And when they joined Big Hit, and they decided that they weren't quite getting the right platform, as it were, to do their work, being without a label, so they decided they were going to join a label. And when they were asked to be part of an idol group, they were getting a lot of shit from Korean rappers who are literally just straight rapping, that's all they do. And they were saying, and there's footage of it as well, they were saying like, oh, so you're going to be in an idol group, you're basically like girls because you go up on stage and you wear all this makeup and you're going to be dancing and blah blah blah, and you're like,
That was a bit like RM's song.
yes, and that's it. It was both RM and Suga were in this room where these other rappers were just being so disrespectful and rude to them as idols, because they were like, you can't call yourself rappers now, like that's not real, you're basically girls, you're going to go up and you're going to do dance moves and wear makeup. And so anyway, and again, do you know what? I love Suga and RM because they just kept their composure. They took it and they were just like, you know what? We're going to let our work speak for itself. So with Do You and with Daechwita, this is basically another song of Agust D saying, fuck you. So it's just awesome.
Who's
and the lyrics
laughing
say,
now?
yeah, basically. And he says, it's like other rappers, like, you can't even touch me because all you rap about is girls and cars and money because you've got no substance, you've got nothing else to say, you're a shit, and you called me like that I wasn't going to be anything, like look who's laughing now.
Ooh.
So, and again, that's also with the meaning of the Daechwita, I'm coming for you.
And
You
I will
look-
add,
careful
is
who
this
you
like
diss.
the warning then? Like,
Well,
come at me
Yeah.
again, this was your warning.
I will say, Erin, that the video is amazing. You'll love the video.
You just want me to hurry up so you can
Yeah.
watch it, don't you?
It's okay. I haven't watched it yet today.
God. It's like they're on like an IV drip for you.
well, that's a good question about Daechwita. It's like you said, it's who's he going to war with? Is it other people? Is it potentially himself? We'll see.
So please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and head over to Patreon where we are 2 videos ahead and all the other stuff. Let's watch this one. Can I just say, after watching this, the next day when I was filming Buffy videos, I was getting ready and I didn't know what to do with my hair. And I was like, oh, I just stuck it up in this high ponytail, put like one of my bandana headbands on. I was like, right, that'll do. And then I looked, and then I was watching, obviously, music videos on the screen. And I looked up, and this came on. And I took one look at Suga and went, oh, yeah.
That's
Done
where
it
the
again.
inspiration came
I sent a
from.
picture to JD, he's like, this is what I'm wearing.
So that's supposed to be quite traditional.
And again with this, I know you said like sometimes it's too much to take in the lyrics. He speaks very, very fast. But if you're not able to take in the lyrics, what I would say to anyone is to enjoy how he uses his voice.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
amazing.
I believe my first reaction was, how does he look cool wearing that hat?
Mm.
But he does.
Is that what traditional villages look like?
They used to. Oh God.
It's just amazing.
He does look fantastic.
He just oozes swag.
I love the way he changes it here.
Those little hooks that you remember in songs, aren't they?
You know one of them is the rappers that dissed him.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Jenny's dream. There's two
Wait, so, and, like,
youngies.
he's
two of
luring
them.
him. Oh, sorry, that's what you mean. It's got that like cartel vibe.
Beating him.
I'm so thankful I'm a genius. I love this bit. I love that I'm a king, I'm a boss. So which one's the real him?
My favourite bit's coming up. Okay. Oh.
He learnt how to do that sword fight as well. That sword play.
Oh wow.
Yoongi actually did it for real.
Wowza.
Did you think of that?
Just the word Daechwita is a gorgeous word to say.
It's awesome.
And I really enjoyed that it's said so often because I feel like then, obviously, the ridiculously fast rapping, I will not be able to do, but I can do that bit.
We can
I
sing
do
it
that
up in the
bit a
Daechwita bit.
And I see what you mean about like when he goes the Daechwita. Like, oh, that's.
No, I like it when he got to that part where he was all tied up and he goes really deep and slows it down.
It's just amazing. And when he does it a lot as well when he speaks, he goes and he puts humming, he puts high notes, he really does use his instruments so well.
He changes it up all the way through, like when he starts, he goes flexing. He's just like, whoops,
yeah,
this is again.
And that's like in Idol, you know, when he does his kick, he does his little whoop, and he uses his voice really, really well. So yeah, what was your first sort of impression about, obviously that's a video with two versions of Yoongi, Agust D?
That's a warning. That's a warning. Like, okay, obviously, I think even if you hadn't told me about what Daechwita means, and you know, it's before I come to what I feel like I would have got that.
It definitely gives you that vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Something's coming, something's happening.
And yeah, which is the right version of him, maybe, and yeah, it's flipping the tables. Yeah, it was. I need to probably see the words a bit more, but the ones I picked up it was very fierce.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was shitting over everybody. He was saying like,
no, you're not pill popper like you.
Yeah.
You got no skills.
You got no substance, basically. You rap about like popping pills and sleeping with girls because that's all you've got. You've got nothing else to say. You've got no brain. You've got no original thoughts.
That must pair so nicely with RM song, because in that you still like the visuals of the pill popping and all of that stuff. I want did they like get together and talk about how their videos were gonna do that, or is it just because they both had this same experience and that theirs have just come out?
That was
Makes
their
me happy that they
interpretation.
had each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am too. I'm really happy about that.
When I first saw it, I thought it was, well, I first took it as Suga being Agust D being the modern day him against the traditional stuff and that war within himself there. But now I've watched it 100 million times and watched the lyrics, I feel it's more like he's got to the top because he says like, I wanted money and clothes and all of this, and now he's all about bringing his feet back on the ground. It's almost like he's built himself up to that kind of emperor, I'm the king, I'm the boss, And then there's this other down-to-earth version of him. It's getting rid of that, almost the arrogant, not saying he's arrogant, but an arrogant version that's at the top and I'm the best, for this more down-to-earth version that is still the best, but is coming back down to earth, you know.
Yeah, my interpretation of that was that his previous self was the king, but now he's this new version of it. Like, he's in, you've had your time to rule, and that was the Agust D of the past, and that's cool, but move over because I'm here now. Because we are always evolving as a person. So if we met our past selves, they're still us, but we'd be so different.
Do you think it could be that that's the Emperor style was the Agust D that hadn't been in BTS? So if he just stayed on that path, maybe
if
he
never
would have
joined
got there,
BTS,
he would have still been that person. But the like more down to earth version is that because he's got the idol influence as well, he's saying he's better off for it because he's got so many other layers. So he's still getting there, but he's better for it.
Almost like if at that point of joining Big Hit, he'd have gone, one joins Big Hit and one doesn't, and that's who he would have become. Very interesting. Very interesting. No, that's really cool. Again, there's no right or wrong interpretation. There will be what he meant for it to be, but then there's also what you can take from it. So really, there is no right or wrong. But no, that's really interesting. Really cool.
Also, the first time I watched it, I didn't spot the cameos.
Oh yes.
I don't think Erin did either.
We can play that bit again if you want.
Yeah, I just think it was just beautifully done. I'd watch it even without the sound because actually that was really
visually pleasing.
Yes.
Yeah, it was filmed in it's a set, so it's a set that they have preserved to it is like traditional, like a traditional village and a temple and things like that, so it's used a lot for music videos and movies and things like that. Obviously, like if you see modern day Seoul and everything, it's much more skyscrapers and really modern city, but that is what would have a traditional Korean village would have looked like.
Did they use the same place for that live performance of Idol?
I believe so.
I was thinking that. I wish I'd said that now because that's what, when you said, oh, they keep it for that, and I thought, oh,
yeah.
I was like, Idol.
There's a bit when he like sweeps his hair back in a minute. It kills me every time.
So beautiful.
Oh my god.
I forgot about his scar as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's Jin first, who gets whacks him on the head, and then JK. Jin and JK start having a fight. They have a little cameo in his video.
How many watchings did it take for you to do that, or did you tell her?
She told me.
I think I pointed it out. But that's okay though. That's like you're still learning them, you know, to get to know them so well that once they're in costume and facial hair, makeup, it's even harder.
The facial hair.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any of them with a beard or a tash or anything like that.
No. In my understanding is, and please correct me if I'm wrong, in South Korea it's more common to be cleanly shaved and things like that. So
what must I think of us? Like, obviously not us, but
I know. Speak for yourself.
But yeah, it's the
guys in the West, or even stubble and whatnot is usually why they would wear a mask because they're not yet ready, you know, to go out.
Oh my god, are there like Photoshop photos with what they'd look like with beards? Because I'd be so into seeing what that looked like.
I wonder.
Yeah, I don't like a beard. Stubble, okay, I can deal with that. That's all right.
Some
guys it suits, but I don't like beards.
I'd have to see it on them. I'd have to see it on them to see if I thought they suited it or not, or if they could pull it off. Or
well, they could pull it off.
Yeah.
Jake never had a beard, and I was obviously fine with that. And then he grew one, and now then when he shaves it, I'm like, who are you? And then I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Then I get used to it. So I suppose you get used to it.
Yeah.
But if there's any photos floating around with that,
BTS with beards.
Really...
There's loads of photoshopped photos of them like covered in tattoos and stuff. So there must be with the beards and stuff. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, that was really funny because JK was doing a V Live at the time that this was being recorded. JK went onto a V Live and he said, I had a really funny dream last night. He said, I had a dream that I had a fight with Jin. And then everyone was like, what's that mean? And ARMY are so good at being detectives, they pick up on things and they're like, what did that mean? And then this came out and everyone was like, that's what he was talking about. They've been filming it that day. So that's really funny. But yeah, so that's Daechwita. Yeah, no right or wrong, really good, lots of different interpretations, but even just on face value, I just think it's a bop. It's such a
I love
hype
it in my
song.
head.
Love it.
If I listen up when I'm driving, it's just, and you can't not do that head
Nod.
nod thing. That nod is so infectious.
Yeah, that would go on a completely different. That would go on like
You couldn't make soup.
fire
with
me
that.
up.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd be like,
Making
not.
angry soup.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm like
Angry
cooking in spices, like poisoning someone over my cauldron. That's what I'm doing. So was that the song that made you fall in
Pushed
love?
you over the edge with Yoongi?
No, I was
No, it was
already there.
Gaio,
It was
wasn't
the
it?
Gaio.
I think it was the Gaios
Yeah.
that pushed her over the edge when she saw Gummy Yoongi being silly.
Yeah. No, I think it was more when he was just being savage, talking about waxing them, and I was like, yes, that's exactly what I'm like.
that's
What's the
what
worst
I
thing I can
love.
do to this person?
That's I loved that.
And at one point during one of them, I think it's when they were doing the acting. I've watched them more than once. That's why I'm like so knowing what I'm talking about. I did watch it one time, take all this in. He turned around when they were struggling to act. I think it was when Jimmy couldn't do a deep voice, and he actually says, "Others' pain is my pleasure." And I was like, we are just meant to be.
So evil, savage Yoongi, yeah.
Oh, it's glorious.
Oh, that's good. Good, I'm glad you liked it. That was, yeah, I know the girls joking, like, oh yeah, Erin thinks she likes rap, but you know, it's different. So we know you love a bit of Nicki Minaj, who doesn't? But that was sort of, I think maybe with when we watched Do You from RM and now Daechwita from Agust D, that's a little your first taste really of delving into the sort of more hard-hitting, savage rap from the guys. What are you feeling about that so far? Are you liking it?
Yeah, I preferred Daechwita. Not that there was anything wrong with Do You, but just it felt, not that RM's isn't clever, but it just felt very cleverly put together, and there was a nice narrative to it.
I think Daechwita has maybe more of a song-like melody, whereas Do You is very stripped back and it's just about the wording.
Well, yeah, because it's
So,
with the metronome, but yeah,
that's
really
it, yeah.
good. I'm intrigued to see more, because I'm assuming that's not the most hard-hitting, or is it?
I guess that's probably one of. I mean, and again, I understand when the first time you're watching it, you're not taking in the lyrics, but if you, as and when you, obviously you've got, that's open that box now, so you can have free reign to watch that a million times like Jenny does, and take your time and get into the lyrics, and you will see how savage he's being with the lyrics, because it's not just the tune and the bass and everything that hits you, but it's what he's saying is very fuck you. So it's quite hard hitting in that sense. But yeah, no, still got more to come. One of my favourite rap songs that they brought out for Map of the Soul 7 is called Ugh. And it's, I know, it's weird, but to
I make
explain
that
it,
sound a lot.
yeah,
Ugh.
it's, yeah, it's a feeling when you get disgusted by people, stupid people, and
Oh, that sounds like the
It's
perfect
amazing.
song for all of us.
literally. So yeah, there's still more to come from the rap line. The ciphers and everything are, yeah, hard hitting. So more to come.
So that was Agust D Daechwita. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.